Hey guys, remember this old video? Well, how about we dig into it even more?
Psst. Hey, junkie.
Whoever you are, I'm not buying anything, okay?
What? No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I was wondering if you've seen this video about recreating dinosaurs.
And why would I be interested in that?
Well, you are a dinosaur, right?
But I'm not a Okay, I'll bite. What's the video about?
Alright, hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for another edition of The Transhumanist Agenda Exposed.
Transhumanism.
What?
So, if any one of you guys remember my old video on rattlesnake preachers, you'd know that it was my one and only time touching upon controversial topics. Obviously there's a reason why I didn't do any more of them. After all, religion, politics, and anything that is remotely controversial can be stressful sometimes. But then I forgot how much fun they tend to be. So why not do another one? This time, not alone.
Well, I found this video and I was hoping to get you in hot water.
That's not what I meant, but whatever.
In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and show you how the new Jurassic World movies are in fact showing us how the elite are manipulating genetic code, specifically trying to create abominable monsters.
Wow. I told you this shit was crazy, junkie. Junkie?
Many people, when they go to the movies today, they think they're just watching some entertainment, not realizing that they are puppets, sheep, placing themselves in front of mind control conditioning systems to subconsciously program them, making them not even realize that they just witnessed truth hidden in plain sight.
Honestly, I am just as shocked as he is right now. Junkie. I feel like he's going to be like this for a while.
Therefore, associating some type of fiction to these realistic things taking place in the world. So I wanted to go ahead and show you that that's what this is about. The elite are trying to play God in the end times. The Bible says that the world right now is under the power of Satan, and that those who run the world, the elite, the kings of the world, are working hand in hand with principalities, spirits, powers, satanic influences, basically, in order to try and establish an antichrist kingdom.
Okay, is he referring the director of this movie as an eliter?
I have never even heard of the word eliter.
Would not be surprised if he combined leader and elite as a completely different word.
So they are working together, the elite, the Satanists, and everyone, to make us into transhumanist dinosaurs through movies? What are they, lacing into popcorn and sodas? Are the frogs trying to turn humans gay?
Well, if that's the case, then that's a really convoluted way to convert someone, let alone a waste of money too.
And one of the deceptions they're going to fall into is believing that they can be like God. And our God is a creator. He created the genetic code. And this is what the elite, these satanically possessed individuals, want to manipulate. And in doing so, are going to create abominable monsters and create abominable humans.
You really like that word, abominable. That word. Yeah, he's used it like 3 times now.
I feel like this might be a running joke.
So be on guard and vigilant. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing that you need to realize is this concept of resurrecting some type of dinosaur, a monster, is not just science fiction. You can go ahead and check out, there's been talk about this now for several years, that scientists today are closer to bringing, quote-unquote, dinosaurs back, these monsters. But I'll talk about why they're not bringing anything back, and it would only be the resurrection of something abominable, and they even admit it in the movie.
Maybe they are trying to bring the abominable snowman back using dino DNA.
Mind you, we have none of that. Besides, I feel like we're a lot more closer to copying and creating human organs, or hell, even prosthetic limbs.
In theory, they could bring dinosaurs back, but they are nowhere near it, let alone all the other problems they might have to overcome, like where do you even keep dinosaurs? What do you feed them? Who's gonna take them for walkies?
Did you seriously say walkies?
Hey, dogs have to go on walkies. Why can't dinosaurs? And let's not forget the dino poop. Who's gonna clean that up?
Okay, moving on.
But go ahead and do your research. I did a video previously, the last time they did the Jurassic World movie, to go into depth on this, how this is a real thing.
Yeah, the research he's talking about, by the way, wasn't cited in the description. Granted, it didn't take us too long to find it.
In the article expressed, Dr. Woodland added, in theory, we could use our knowledge of the genetic relationships of birds to dinosaurs to design the genome of a dinosaur.
In Live Science, it states, Horner estimates the creation of a miniature dinosaur may be about 10 years off, though he admits that it is hard to predict.
In another part of Live Science, they added, there are some extinct species, such as the woolly mammoth shown above, that may be brought back to life if scientists can overcome some practical hurdles and thorny ethical questions.
Now, if any one of you guys are really curious about these articles, I'll link them below in the description.
That scientists today can genetically modify and use DNA to possibly, they even think, resurrect extinct animals.
Keyword is possibly, because if they are able to bring back extinct animals, and assuming that they do, how would this make us into transhuman dinosaur thingies like Junkie here?
Dragon! And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if you assumed I was one in real life.
So we are on the verge right now of some pretty intense technological advances in this field. And the things that we are being shown in Jurassic World aren't as science fiction as you would think.
What? You getting a little tongue-tied there, TVC?
Aren't as science fiction as you would think.
This is why script writing is a thing.
They're starting to become a scientific reality and possibility. This has always been shown to us. The elite want to raise up these monsters. They want to be like God, and God creates life. God has designed the DNA that they want to manipulate, and this is one of the things that we need to realize. A fallen, depraved mankind in a spiritually lost state under the power of Satan will try and replicate itself as God. And one of the things God does is create.
Let me guess. And whatever they create, assuming that they have the means and then decide to create it, will be an abomination.
But anything they will create will be purely abominable.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sit back and play a little game called Count That Overused Word. Count how many times he says the word abominable in the shortest amount of time.
Abominable, 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 abominable.
3 minutes in and already I can't stand that word. Here is your prize.
Now, the thing you need to realize, this goes way back to the Jurassic Park movies. It's all a part of the miracle of cloning. You remember this scene where they talk about the extracting of the blood from the mosquito, and they are shown a presentation on how they resurrected the dinosaurs? I bet you weren't really paying attention to what they were presenting you. You were just sitting there thinking that this is a movie.
TVC, you are going to use a movie as your evidence? That's an abomination.
Watch out, bud. Don't use it too much, or else you'll become an abomination yourself.
What? Who uses blueprints? Builders, creators. It doesn't just come out of nowhere, this intricate design in the very fabric of our DNA. Come on, wake up. But you see what's happening here is fallen, spiritually lost mankind wants to use the DNA to create their own things. And this is happening in real life. If you don't actually know that DNA manipulation is taking place and that these things are real designer babies and the manipulation of DNA in babies and all this stuff, this is taking place. These wacky sciences are taking place in today's world. And then they go on in the movie just to show you that this isn't even resurrecting dinosaurs, as you would call them. This is creating an abomination, something new. We use the DNA of a frog.
TVC, you do realize this is a science fiction movie, right? It's not real. It's a movie.
Maybe he had a really bad experience with the T-Rex in the first film. I mean, I did too. I mean, just look at this thing. It still looks impressive to this day.
To fill in the holes and complete DNA, and you see the light on here filling in the DNA of frogs. So in essence, every single dinosaur that is ever featured in Jurassic Park is part frog, is an abomination, is a man-created monster who has the DNA of frog, the DNA of a quote-unquote dinosaur. So it's not even real. The dinosaur is an abominable creation created by wacky scientists.
Stop. What did I just see? Did I just see him compare scientists to Nazis in a PG-13 fiction-based movie? Did I really need to see that?
I mean, isn't everyone compared to Nazis nowadays?
Well, it just goes to show how quick he is to just jump to conclusions.
And you need to understand that this type of genome manipulation or gene therapy, as is being practiced here today, is a real thing. They're even saying that genome manipulation and editing could make humans superhuman.
So that's what you think is going to happen? You think they are going to genetically modify humans and crossbreed humans with dinosaurs or spiders to make some sort of freakish Spider-Man? So what will happen? You go to see the doctor and say, "Hey doc, I was thinking about being a half spider, half man." A few sessions later, you're crawling out of bed on 8 legs, sucking down a blood latte. I'm confused, TVC. Are the super elite out to kill us or make us into half spider, half human superheroes? Which is it?
I mean, if we get the chance to be superheroes, sign me the fuck up. I don't see what's so bad about being Spider-Man. That would be my lifelong dream, dude. I'll leave my points in last. So, Hellbound, since you showed me him first, why don't you start off with your thoughts?
I don't know. I just think he's nuts.
Is that it? Aren't you going to add a bit more to that instead of just, just nuts?
Well, he thinks we're going to be some kind of crossbreed human hybrid monster thing and resurrect dinosaurs, so yeah, I think he's nuts.
Okay, I guess I'll give my thoughts on the matter. I'm a lot more constructive when it comes to creating content. So, watching this video over and over was just a literal pain. The main point you brought up about the movie being transhumanist agenda was very out of left field and was never brought up again. You jumped to huge conclusions about the movies, the people watching it, and the people making it. And to top it off, you would keep repeating words over and over and over again, which made it more obvious that it was all done in one take. If it was scripted in some way, I'd at least be a bit softer on it, but from how you constructed this video, it just made it seem like you threw it out on your channel without a care in the world. If you want to continue making these crazy conspiracy theories, then go ahead. But the least thing you can do is do some damn research. 2018 just rolled on through, and I'm honestly happy with where we are now. 20,000 subscribers is nothing to scoff at. So, while you're all enjoying the video, I'll be sure to get the next top 5 underrated ranters / commentary channels done fairly soon. Now, I'd like to thank Hellbound Heathen for the collaboration. I actually reached out to him myself to work on this project, due to a friend of mine recommending me their channel. He's a pretty swell guy with a criminally underrated channel. If you're all interested in his content, I'll leave links to his channel in the description and at the end of the video. I'd also like to thank Ronnie Quackpack for creating this video's thumbnail, and Raven Phantomheart for proofreading the script. If you're at all curious about their work, I'll have links in the description. I'm also selling new t-shirts on Redbubble, so if you want to check them out, feel free to hop on over. I'll have links in the description if you're at all curious. I also have a Patreon set up. Had one in the past, but wasn't really used for much. It's reorganized now, so things should be back up and running again. Thank you all for watching, and I hope my rant was informative for you all.